because it's hailing outside and maybe I won't be able to stay here for very long because the internet's gone wonky and you might not be able to see me. Can you see me? Can you see me? Hello, hello. So if I'm a little bit, that's because it's very, very wet and windy outside. Happy Sunday, Arafingal. Hello, Philip Story. Philip and Arafingal, the top two. Hey, hey, the gang's all here. So, I've had a bit of a week. I cut my finger on a can. I've had a bit of a week. Somebody tried to rip me off in the shopping. They tried to get loads of alcohol and cheese. And I stopped it just in time. But I think that somebody's hacked me. And I don't know if I've stopped it happening everywhere. And also I ordered a mystery box that shouldn't have come. It shouldn't have come. It should have come. But it hasn't come yet. So that's something to look forward to, I suppose, in my pretty rubbish week. But it could have been worse. They could have eaten all my cheese. I hadn't ordered any cheese, but they ordered cheese. And they ordered 2 bottles of alcohol. And it was the most expensive alcohol. And somebody said they really were taking the piss. But the fact that it had mostly cheese strings and crackers and chicken pieces and pork pies. They didn't have pork pies. They had sausage rolls and snackables and frubes meant that and chocolate digestive meant they probably had children. So I don't know what to do. And everyone's saying I should call the police, but I don't want to call the police. And I know where they live because I've got their address and I know where they live and I've looked it up on Google Maps. And I very much know where they live. But I don't know what to do now, cause it's a dilemma. Everybody's struggling. So I don't even know how they got into my Ocado account. I only use my Ocado account for birthdays and holidays and special times, because it's expensive. And it was very expensive. £149 worth of stuff on my card. So I've taken my card off the Ocado. And I've changed the password and everything, but how long that will last, I've told Ocado about it, but I don't know what to do, really. I need to report it as, I know. Can I make claims? Well, I stopped it before they actually took anything. So I'm like, I stopped them from doing it, so I don't know what to do, really. No, and everyone's like, oh, you have to call the local police, and they'll call the international police, or whatever. Because it's international, because it's in England, and I'm not in England, I'm in Wales. It's a different country, different laws. It's not different laws. There's different laws in Scotland. I think the laws in England and Wales are pretty much the same, but they do have, the trouble is, if you go over the border anywhere, it's more complicated. Banks can be terrible about refunds. Yes, exactly. But I did not need a refund because I cancelled it just in time. They changed my password at 4:30. They immediately ordered food, and I didn't notice until I suddenly got a thing saying, this is your order. It's coming tomorrow. You've got 2 hours to change it. I'm like, oh no. I was like, I don't remember ordering anything from Ocado. I'm pretty sure I didn't order anything from Ocado. What is it I've ordered? No, I definitely did not order cognac, which is £49 or something, and Grey Goose vodka premium, £51. What on earth? I certainly wouldn't order that. Good Lord. They've got a vodka drink, they've got a cognac drink, they've got a cheese strings and the sausage rolls, all the food groups. They didn't get them though. So I don't know. But when I looked them up on Google Maps, it was weird. Google Map, it had like a sort of when somebody's complained that they don't want to be in Google Maps, so you've sort of blanked them out. So there's a sort of shape, like a ghostly shape in front of their house. It's a bungalow in front of their house. And I don't know whether it's that's the person that's ordered it. I don't know whether it's a man or a woman. They're called JK. Is it JK Rowling? I don't think she lives in Northants. I won't specify which part of Northants. I used to live in Northampton. Not the bit that she lives in or he lives in or whoever it is that they live in. Don't know who it was. But they like their alcohol and cheese strings. And, yes. person, the place where it is, I had a friend at college that had an auntie and uncle from the place where this person is. So I sincerely hope that it's not my friend from college's auntie and uncle stealing cheese strings from me. I'd be very much disgruntled. Now, I'm not sure how it happened because I got an awful load of emails in my inbox, phishing emails, at about 3:30. Big string of them, and about 5:30, and I think it's because I tried to log into a site called GEDmatch or GEDmatch, where you look at your DNA and you get the fun ancestry results, and you see whether any relatives you can connect any relatives. I don't think any of the relatives with these people in Northants. I hope they're not, because I don't want relatives are stealing from me or trying to steal from me. It was all good. It's all prevented. Now, I tried to sign on. There's a fraud thing online, but the thing is, right, I got all these things. I have trouble with online accounts, especially ones that have got your bank details attached to them. I've tried to unattach them, and I think I know which password it was that they got. It must have been attached to the site that I logged in, because it happened about the same time as I tried to log into this other site. I got a string of emails, and then I tried later, and I got a string of emails. So it's like, wow, it's too much of a coincidence. And I haven't got them since. I haven't tried. I did try actually log in today to change the password on that too. Yes, a password on that is different. I don't really know why they'd want to part. There's no point hacking into that. What they know that I've got 1.4% Native American and 0.01% South African or something. That's the ethnicity results that you get. It's like, oh, okay, it's quite interesting. Don't know really what else that you can find out about that. I don't think it's valuable information for anybody, so it's just they might have been hacked and it's been passed on, because I think they had been hacked. I heard a while ago, because they've got all sorts of databases. So it's valuable because their database is where the American police try to solve unsolved crimes and track down your so it's just good. It's doing good having your DNA there. Doing good by tracking down thieves and murderers and all sorts of things, but not the ones that stole my shopping, I don't think. They didn't steal it. This is the thing. This is one thing, though. One of the things, a lot of the apps, they need your fingerprint. And because I've got to cut on my finger and I've got a plaster on my finger, I have to sort of gently take the plaster down in order to put my fingerprint. This is not good. What if you have the only way to get into your account is through your finger and your finger's damaged? What do? You suffer. Yes, exactly. Or like in a face-off situation, and then John Travolta tries to hack into your bank and succeeds. Fortunately, he didn't. Anyway, nobody's talking to me. Talk to me. Banks can be terrible. Can't you use other fingers? No, because I don't have very many fingerprints. Owing, I think, to the fact that I accidentally, when I was about 16, I had a lamp that I superglued together, and I accidentally superglued my fingers to it, and then it seems to have torn off all my fingerprints. So I've only got fingerprints really on this one finger. So when you try to put your fingerprints into things, this is I can do all the crimes because nobody can see my fingerprints. The only fingerprint is on this fingerprint, and then I'm having to it's not recognizing my fingerprints. So I'm like and I tried to do all the others, but it's like, well, there's not enough fingerprints to do anything with. They've all come off. It's like I'm a supervillain. I've taken all my fingerprints off with super glue by mistake. So it's not a great security thingy, because I'm like, no, none of them have. So that's the only fingerprint that actually, and I keep damaging myself. It's not the first cut. Like, I got a cut there, and I don't know how I got it. I do know how I got that there, because I was putting the recycling out, and the can went straight through my finger, and I was like, no! And I got a splinter there, and I keep getting, it's bad. Everything is bad. But I've got my mystery box, my mystery box to look forward to. My mystery box that's going to have a load of tat and junk that I will go, why did I get another mystery box? What was I thinking? But I'm like, I want something good to happen. I want something amazing to happen. Now my dad, he's decided that he wants one of those things that you can transfer slides and Super 8 film onto the computer. So he's like, I want one of those. I'm like, well, don't order one yet. Because he sold a painting, so he's got the money for it, because he sold a painting of somebody's house that he painted. But, like, the cheapest ones that you can just do slides on, you can get for about £15. But if you want to do the Super 8 as well, then the thing is it's unclear whether they do actually transfer the Super 8s, because Super 8 is obviously moving pictures, and slides are not moving pictures, and it's JPEGs, but it's transferred to. But I think because of the way that Super 8 and 8mm is, that it's a series of still pictures. So it just, you feed it through and it goes tick, 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 and then you get a load of still pictures which you put together, and then you can transfer them and watch them all in one stream. I think there must be software that comes with it. It's Kodak anyway. Kodak, that used to be everywhere and now it's nowhere. Poor Kodak. Imagine being monopolizing the market. Everybody, I mean, there's other things like Canon and Pentax and stuff, I don't know, but Kodak, that was the pinnacle of pictures, and they had the market sewn up. If you wanted the best, you went for Kodak, and you got Polaroids, and you got, that's come back into fashion. But now, oh god, consideration sending film to a professional, so yeah, it's quite tricky to do. Might be quite tricky to do, but it's cheaper if we get this thing and feed it through. Anyway, my hope is that I'm going to get one in my mystery box. Now, I'm not going to get one in my mystery box because that's unrealistic, because it's about 140 quid for the good one. But imagine one of the £15 ones that somebody didn't, that got returned from liquidation, and that might be in the box. I don't think it will be. What I'll get in the box. Now, I'll predict what's in the box. What I think is going to be in the box is lipstick and a piece of tape and half a sketchbook with half the pages taken out and a can of Coca-Cola and some old supplement that nobody wants. Because I've looked at it, and apparently loads of people like this woman, she's like, I'm a 79-year-old grandmother, and you sent me testosterone supplements. What am I going to do with that? So I'm probably going to get testosterone supplements. So if I grow a beard, you'll know why. Because I don't like wasting things. So I don't know. So if anyone's in the market for some testosterone, I've got friends that probably are. I've got loads of friends that will pay me money for that. So I go, ha, black market testosterone. Yes, super virile. Anyway, I don't know. And a pack of plasters, that will be very handy, because I need some plasters for my broken fingers and some fake ends of fingers, what are they called? Fingerprints. Yes, some fingerprints that you can put on to be a super, like the Pink Panther. The Pink Panther is a panther. And David Niven wasn't the Pink Panther, was he? But he stole the Pink Panther. Very much like Frankenstein's monster. David Niven did not steal a panther, because the panther was a diamond in the film. Anyway, and I'll have a book of, I think I will have a copy of Interview with the Vampire. That's probably not going to be liquidated, because that's going to be very popular right now. But maybe the ones that didn't have the pictures on the front of the people in the new series, maybe they're trying to get rid of them, and then I'll have a copy. I used to have about 8 copies of that, and then I suddenly thought, I'd like to read that again, even though I've read it 50 billion trillion times in the past. I read The Vampire Stat before I read Interview with the Vampire, in fact, because a friend at when I was doing drama was reading The Vampire Lestat, and I'm like, oh, what's that? That looks like a good book. And she's like, it's a stupid book about a vampire that becomes a rock star. And I'm like, well, I'll read that. So I read that at a library, and since then I've bought loads of copies, and they keep disappearing, and I don't know where they are anymore. So I'll have another copy of that. That's what will be in my mystery box. And probably one of these that I've already got, because I got 2 of them. Jade things. So I'll probably get some of those in my mystery box that I don't want. And I'll probably get a toothbrush. And I just bought a toothbrush because I bought another toothbrush because the first toothbrush made my mouth go all weird. Like it scraped all the inside off. So I had to buy another toothbrush, and I actually bought 6 toothbrushes that time, so I don't need any toothbrushes for a while. But I'll get a toothbrush in my mystery box. And what else will I get in my mystery box? I will get a piece of string and a guillotine and a picture frame and a toilet roll, and I will have a camera case but no camera, and I will have some moisturizer that doesn't have any back to 50, and I only wear back to 50, so that will be no use to me, and some perfume that was brought out by some pop star that was famous 20 years ago and is not famous anymore, because I've had that before. I've had some Christina Aguilera and some Britney Spears perfume, and it smells like flowers, and I do not like the ones that smell like flowers, so I'm giving them away, and nobody wants them, but the bottles are quite pretty. So that's what we'll have in my mystery box, I should think. Maybe a crayon. They said art supplies is one of the things you get, and a candle. Because they always have rubbish candles that nobody wants, and that's what I will have in my mystery box. Yay! So it's been a week. It's been a bit of a week, and I won't be doing one of these next Sunday because I'm going to Durham for the weekend for a conference. Yay! Where I will argue the case against AI. So that will be useful at industry. I will go, AI, rubbish, it's taking people's jobs. It's about medical reenactors. No, when people go, I don't know, it's like, I'm going to have to gin up all this so that I don't lose my thread. So it's like, when people are because when I was at college, the local police force wanted us to do sort of pretend to be nightclub patrons so that they could practice bouncing techniques. And so the bouncers and the Northants police were trying to get the drama students to do it for free. So we got a certificate. Thank you very much from Northampton Police, it said. But no money. And we were like, we thought we were going to get paid. But it is lucrative for those that get paid. So in a medical setting, people pretend to be patients. And they study. And they're good at being the patient. And the people interact. The people training to be doctors and nurses interact with them. And then they learn how to interact with real people, even though the real people are actors. They're real people that actually exist and have feelings and can react to things, and if you poke them, then they will know. Now they want to replace them with AI, and AI cannot feel, and AI just repeats the same thing that it's taken off from something else. So AI is not really very effective, and also AI is cheaper for the people paying it, but it's not cheaper really, because you have to pay the subscriptions, and it's not good for the environment. So it's bad. AI bad. No, AI is not always bad. As I've said, I think that 11 Labs is fairly ethical as long as you don't clone somebody else's voice and rip them off. If you clone your own voice, then you're not ripping yourself off, and you've got a license, and you can say no to the end of it, and you can go no more, and you can make some money. So that, I will condone that. And also, as I said, if somebody needs a voice that doesn't have a voice, then they can, negotiate to take somebody else's voice, very much like the Little Mermaid. Yeah, maybe not. And so there are very, very specific reasons to use AI, but taking away people's livelihoods and taking away interaction with people and stealing people's stuff is not good, because AI stole my cheese, AI stole my alcohol, AI didn't do that, but AI somehow did that. I blame that, because one of the many emails I got in my inbox was a ChatGPT login attempt. So AI probably, and because that's what's been in the news this week, an AI agent deleted a whole company's files and the backup. And also Hannah, what's her name, that's going to be on the new series of Traitors UK, she said that she created an AI agent and set it off in a controlled environment and it deleted all her emails. She might be making it up, but that's what she said. Hannah Fry. Yes. So maybe that's what happened. Somebody created an AI agent and stole my cheese. Ocado I keep getting caught on my guitar. Ocado has not got back to me, and I'm still wary about contacting the police, because I don't really want these people to do it to other people. That would be bad. But I don't want to take revenge on anyone, because that's bad, and I think mercy is the best solution. Like when I got bitten by a dog twice. They did pay for my jeans to be repaired. They didn't pay for my jeans. They paid for a new pair of jeans, which were cheap anyway. And they took me to the doctors and paid for my prescription medicine to make sure that I had antibiotics. And they gave me a bottle of Baileys, which I didn't want, and some flowers. And that's what I got from being bitten by a dog. Even though, thinking about it, the dog, because I had my hand up, the dog went right up there. So if I hadn't had my hand up, the dog would have eaten my face off. And it bit into my bottom as well. Because it just wouldn't let go. It's right through my jeans, right through. And the doctor said there will be a scar. But fortunately, I put lots of vitamin E oil. That's what I hope is in my mystery box. Vitamin E oil. That is very good, because that stopped me having a scar on my leg. And the ones on my arm were quite superficial. But that's because they pulled the dog away. But if the dog had grabbed hold of my face, maybe not so superficial. So I don't want to take revenge on anyone. Not a person, not a dog. I'd rather they didn't do bad things. I'd rather they were turned into a frog. Like the Frog Prince. Because then the princess could kiss them and they would learn to love again. And then they wouldn't steal my cheese. And sausage rolls. I wasn't going to get sausage rolls anyway. Oh, cheese strings. Cheese strings. And froobs. They definitely have children. So, I mean, if you're watching this, J.K. Rowling. It's not J.K. Rowling. It's J.K. Was it J.K. as in joke? Ha ha! What a joke! Getting loads of cheese out of you. Not funny. Not a funny joke. So I caught it in time. This is why I'm like, probably you shouldn't do those sort of things, and you should keep away. The thing is, the quality of mercy is not dead. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven. And I don't want you to go to prison. And also, it's a bit of a faff going to the doctor. It's a bit of a faff going to the doctor. That's true. It's a bit of a faff going to the police. Police is not the same as doctor, unless you have a TARDIS, and then the police is the same as the doctor. So I won't be doing a live stream next Sunday, because I will be in Durham in the middle of because I'm trying to eat healthily. I'm trying to lose weight, and I'm not losing weight. Well, I went from being on the app that I've got, it went from saying I was a beast to saying that I am strong. But then I measured it again today, and I've gone up from all the eating I've done today. I haven't done that much eating today. And it says I'm obese again. Ah, the misery. It's very marginal. So, but next week, I will eat all the food as I go to a gala dinner, as a reward for fighting against AI and fighting for justice. It's all futile, isn't it? Is anybody talking to me? Nobody's talking to me. Live chat. Home Fry. Hannah Fry, yes. It won't be around next Sunday. You have a show to go to. Go to the show. Inside your next mystery box will be the person who tried to charge the pricey boost your account. As you come. I don't want to see them, though. They jump out. They go, ha! You didn't give me my cheese. Where's my cheese? Please don't come after me. The thing is, I have their address, but because they hacked into my account, they have my address. So if I come after them, they might come after me. And I don't want that to happen. No! So they know where I live, and I know where they live. Now I've taken all my payment out of most of the things that I had payment set up in, just in case. But it's a faff, because then you have to put it all in again every time you want to check out of some supermarket or whatever. It's very big faff. They're too far away. It's not that far away. It's difficult to get here, to be honest. It's easier to get there. I don't know where it is. And there's like a direct train service from London to theirs. Not easy to get to Northampton though. Northampton was always a bugger to get to or from. I tried to get to Cambridge once for an audition on a Sunday, and I thought that's really close. Couldn't get there by train. It was a nightmare, and I said I can't get there, and they're like fine. And I looked it up on the bus. I'm like I can get there by bus, but by the time I got there, they'd gone because I'd already cancelled it. But I did get to Cambridge eventually. It's easier to get there by buses on country roads than it is by train. The train service is sucky. I don't know whether they've changed it, whether they've got a connection with the whole HS2 thing. Probably not, because they haven't got it anywhere useful. Just places that already had it. It's like, oh, we've got high speed to Birmingham. You already had high speed to Birmingham. You could already get to Birmingham. Oh, well, we've done it again. Hooray! You can get to Birmingham to London to Birmingham to London to Birmingham to London and nowhere else. Yay! We all have to pay for it. Woo! And this week there's going to be an election, and we get to vote in the Senate election for people. And apparently Reform's going to do well. And then everyone says the Welsh Senate has got absolutely no control over what happens with immigration policy or immigration. In fact, there's no boats coming here. No problem with immigration. Not that there is anyway. There's no problem anywhere. It's like no big deal anyway. But it's completely futile here because if that's your only policy, it's useless because that's not worth talking about, is it? Anyway, one of the things, mustn't interact with them or talk about them. Just ignore them. Anyway, and Greens apparently are going to get 7 seats according to the latest polls. So that's good on them. I don't know whether that's true because I don't know, because it's a bit of a mystery. If you've looked at the polling system, the voting system for the Senate, it's very complicated because it's supposedly proportional representation, but it's very complicated. And then they've got a load of different areas that they've made big giant. Instead of having small areas, they've got big giant areas, and you can have 6 people representing those big giant areas, and you vote for who you want, and then if the person that you voted for has got loads of votes, then they get the vote, and then they half the votes, and then the next person that's got half the votes or something gets the next seat, and then they half the votes again, and the person that's got the most out of that half gets the next seat, and then they half the votes again, and the person that's got the most in that half gets that one, and it's like, what are you doing? It doesn't make any sense. Can't you just like actually proportionally represent the people? It's like you've got that many people voting for you in that area, and that's 20% of the, so you get 20% of the people from that party. Wouldn't that makes more sense? It didn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, that system, load of old rubbish system. It's like if you're going to do proportional representation, apparently nowhere else. There was one place in the world that does it this way. It's just like, what? It's a very good way to do it. It's very fair. All right then. Is it fair? It's very complicated, but it is very fair. The thing is, people can field up to 6 candidates, I think, from their party. Right. But if you're an independent and it's not going to happen. But imagine you get 99% of the votes and you're one single independent and you've got in, and then all the other votes, the 1% of the votes get split 6 ways. It's like, that doesn't make sense, does it? So it doesn't make sense if you're an independent or if you've only got one candidate and you get all the votes. Now, it's unlikely that an independent's going to get all the votes, but it's not impossible. So that doesn't work, does it? But otherwise, maybe it is if everyone's got 6 votes. But the thing is, my uncle is standing for Green. Didn't used to be a Green, but he's standing for Green, but he's like number 5 in the Green. So the chances of him getting in. And another friend of mine is standing for number 3 in their party, which is also Green. Coincidentally, it's like everybody's Green all of a sudden. Anyway, so, but more of a chance of that happening, especially if they get more votes. But still... But I don't know. The whole reform is just a mystery to me. The Eggman is reform, and a lot of people are, and they argue the toss, and you go, why are you voting reform? And they go, immigrants, and you go, do you know any? And they go, there's not really many, and the ones I know apart from them, because I like them, they're my friends, and they're like, what are you talking about then? The people that are your friends you don't want to get rid of? Not them. And the people that you don't even know because they don't exist. What the... And you actually can't do anything about it anyway because the Senate doesn't have that power. So what is going on? It doesn't make any sense, does it? There's other parties as well. There's the Liberal Democrats and the Conservatives. Labour Party and some very right-wing ones that are even worse than Reform, and there are independents and there are other things as well, probably. And I don't know whether the Monster Raving Loony Party is standing, but they probably haven't fielded 6 candidates in each of the areas. Probably not. So I don't know what's going to happen, but it's probably going to be a bit of a weird thing because it's going to be chaos. It might be fair, but it's still going to be chaos. Let's see what happens. Anyway, by the time I see you again, it'll all be a week in the past, and nobody will care anymore because it doesn't really affect most people. Like, the Senate's got powers, but does it though? Yes! It's devolution! Devolution is not independence, though, so it's not quite the same thing. Anyway, I've been all controversial. In that I should not have mentioned any of that, but I blame the cheese and the finger. I give some parties the finger. I won't say which parties I do give the finger to, but I think you can probably guess from what I've been saying. Yeah. Anyway, we shall see what happens. We shall see. And, yeah. And I'll see you the week after next. And have a good fortnight. Play Fortnite if you want, but have a good 2 weeks, which is what fortnight means. If you're not familiar, if you're an American disposition, then you might not know what I'm talking about. 2 weeks, la la la. Time will pass. It'll time and pass. Yes, have a good 2 weeks. See you soon. Bye bye bye.